morning, students. Myself Swati Thakre, your science teacher from Pratibha International School. How are you, students? I hope you are fine. So, students, eat healthy food, drink boiled water, and take care of yourself and your family members. So, students, in the previous session, we have revised the lesson number 3, that is synthetic fiber and plastic. Okay, students. So, in previous session, the topic which we have given that are not sufficient for the revision. So, I thought that in today's session, I again revise the whole chapter in a manner that the whole chapter will be covered in this session. Also, you get an idea about how the question answers should write. Okay, students. So, let us start with the today's session with revision of lesson number 3. See, students, here are the fill in the blanks. So, we first start our revision with the objective one, so that you also get idea how the questions are asked in this chapter. Okay, students, see. The first fill in the blank is Angora wool is obtained from. Yes, student, anybody? Angora wool is obtained from. From what we get the Angora wool? Yes, students. Please take your textbook with yourself. See the answer in your textbook and please tell me. Angora wool is obtained from. Okay. So, student, the answer is Angora goats. The answer for is Angora goats. So, Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats. Okay, students. Now, the second one is llama and alpaca also yield dash 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 and are found in dash dash. Again, I repeat. Llama and alpaca also yield dash dash and are found in dash dash. So, students, llama and alpaca, these are the breed of sheep. So, they yield wools. Okay. So, the first answer for the fill in the blank is for the B, wools, and they are found in the South America. So, see over here, the answer is wool and South America. So, see, student, llama and alpaca also yield wool and found in South America. Okay. Next, the process of taking out threads from the cocoons for use as silk is called dash dash the silk. Again, students, think over here, the process of taking out threads from the cocoons for use as silk is called dash dash the silk. The answer is rearing the silk. See, students, what do you mean by the rearing? Rearing means the process of taking out threads from the cocoon for the use of silk. Okay. So, these threads are used as a silk. That's why this process is known as rearing. So, rearing of silk is this process. Okay, students. So, for the C question, the answer is rearing. Now, D, Rampur Busher. What is this Rampur Busher? It is the breed of sheep. Okay, students. So, the Rampur Busher yield dash 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 fleece. The Rampur Busher yield dash dash fleece. So the answer is brown fleece. The answer for the D is brown fleece. So the Rampur Busher yield brown fleece. Okay students? You also get these all the questions in your textbook. While seeing this video, please see at your textbook also and find out whether the answers are correct and where are these answers. So you will get idea about the whole chapter, which topic is on which page, and by side by side your chapter is also read. Okay, so next question is Lohi and Nali are breeds of dash dash dash. Lohi and Nali are the breeds of dash dash dash. Yes students, the answer is Rajasthan and Punjab. Okay, so the answer for E is Rajasthan and Punjab. So Lohi is the breed of Rajasthan while Nali is the breed of Punjab. So again here I repeat, E question, Lohi and Nali, these are the breed of sheep, but where they occur, these are the breeds of Rajasthan and Punjab. Okay students, the next question is the process of selecting parent sheep for obtaining special characteristic in their offsprings. See students, the process of selecting parent sheep, there are lots of variety of sheep. So we have to select the sheep which has a special characteristics so that the offspring which we get from that sheep also have the same characteristics. Okay, so the process of selecting parent sheep for obtaining special characteristic in their offspring is called, so the process of selection of that sheep is, that process is known as selective breeding. Okay students, that process is known as selective breeding. Again, the process of selecting parent sheep for obtaining special characteristics in their offspring is called selective breeding. So the answer for the question number F is selective breeding. Again students, here I repeat the answer for all the questions. Here it is the fill in the blanks. In that question, in the first question, A, Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats. The first one answer is Angora goats. The second, B, Llama and alpaca also yield wools and are found in South America. While C, the process of taking out threads from the cocoons for use as silk is called rearing the silk. Next, Rampur Busher yield brown fleece. Next, Lohi and Nali breeds are the breeds of Rajasthan and Punjab. And F, the process of selecting parent sheep for obtaining special characteristics in their offsprings is called selective breeding. Okay students, got it? Shall we proceed next slide? Okay. These are also the certain fill in the blanks. So you have to think over here what are the answers for this fill in the blanks, so that you also get idea about how you will get that whole chapter or not. Okay students, the first one is the Kashmir wool is also known as. Yes, what is the another name for the Kashmir wool students? The answer for this is Pashmina. Okay, so the Kashmir wool is also known as Pashmina. The alpaca is a species of dash dash. The alpaca is a species of camel. Okay, alpaca it is the species of camel. Third, silk was first discovered in. Where this silk is discovered, in which country students? Silk was first discovered in China. The answer for this third question is China. Okay. Now next question. Dash dash are the major wool yielding animals. Dash dash are the major wool yielding animals. What are the wool yielding animals and the major animals? The answer is sheep. Okay. So sheep is the major wool yielding animal. Fifth one, the fiber which has curls and gives a spongy feel is dash dash. Again students, the fiber which is curled in shape and gives a spongy feel is dash dash dash. The answer for the fifth question is wool. Okay, wool, it is the spongy in feel. Okay students, when we touch wool, it really feels spongy and it has certain curls. So this is the type of fiber. Okay, so the fiber which has curls and gives a spongy feel is wool. The next one is the fiber that leaves hard residue upon burning is. The fiber that leaves a hard residue upon burning is. That fiber is known as nylon. Okay student, that fiber is known as nylon. So whenever we boil the nylon, then we get the hard residue. Okay, so the nylon is the fiber that leaves hard residue upon burning. The next one, seventh, the finest wool is obtained from. Yes students, this is the very easy answer and you all have to get the answer of this question. Please tell me, the finest wool is obtained from the dash dash dash. From what sheep this finest wool is obtained? Yes student. The answer for this is merino sheep. Okay. So the answer for 7th question is merino sheep. The finest wool is obtained from the merino sheep. Okay students. Now next 8. Question number 8. The fiber which burns with the odor of burnt hair is dash dash dash. The fiber which burns with the odor of burnt hair is silk. Okay students. So the answer for the question number 8 is silk. 9. Mohair is a source of. Yes students, what kind of mohair is a source of? Mohair is a source of Angora goat. Okay, mohair is the source of Angora goat. So the answer for the question number 9 is Angora goat. Now the question number 10. The smoothest and the finest of all fiber is. There are variety of fibers, but in all those fiber, the smoothest and the finest fiber. Which is the smoothest and finest fiber in all these fibers? That fiber is, yes students, silk. So the answer for question number 10 is silk. The smoothest and finest of all fiber is silk. Okay, all of you know that while touching silk really looks like really feel smooth, okay, and fine. So smoothest and finest of all the fiber is silk. Lesson number 11. Dash dash are mostly found in the mountains of China and Tibet. What are mostly found in the mountains of China and Tibet? Cashmere. Yes students, the answer for question number 11 is cashmere. Cashmere wool is get from the cashmere goats. So these are found in the mountains of China and Tibet. 12. Sharing is done mainly in the dash dash month. The sharing is done mainly in the summer months. Okay, students, it is occur mainly in the summer months. So the answer for question number 12 is summer. Now the question number 13. The use of chemical dyes in wood industry can lead to irritation of. Okay, so students, in wood industry there are certain uses of chemical dyes, so they can lead to the irritation of dash dash. So for what they can lead to the irritation? Eyes. Okay, students, so the question number 13, for the question number 13, answer is eyes. So the use of chemical dyes in wood industry can lead to irritation of eyes. Okay, due to the use of these chemical dyes there occurs the irritation of eyes. Question number 14. In dash dash stage of a silk moth is called a caterpillar. Okay, students, what is the stage or what is the name of that stage where the silk moth is also called as caterpillar? So the answer for this is larva. The answer for this question number 14 is, see over here, larva. Again I repeat, in dash dash stage of a silk moth is called a caterpillar. So the answer for the 14 number question is larva. So in larva stage of silk moth is also called a caterpillar. Okay, now the next question. A silkworm, question number 15. A silkworm that feeds on mulberry leaves gives dash dash dash. A silkworm that feeds on mulberry leaves gives dash dash dash. What it gives? Whenever the silkworm feeds on mulberry leaves, what it gives? Yes, students, the answer for this is mulberry silk. Okay, so again I repeat, a silkworm, question number 15, say over here student, a silkworm that feeds on mulberry leaves gives, whenever it feeds on the leaves of mulberry, it gives the mulberry silk. Okay, it gives mulberry silk. Now next question 16. Silkworms spin their cocoons during the dash dash dash. Okay, students, so the silkworms spin their cocoons during the dash dash dash. What is the answer? Pupa stage. See over here, answer for the question number 16 is pupa stage. So again I repeat this question number 16. Silkworms spin their cocoons during the dash dash. During the, yes students, during the pupa stage. Okay, now means during pupa stage they can spin their cocoons. The next question, the term scoring related to obtain wool from fiber means. The term scoring related to obtained wool from fiber means. See students, this term is related for obtaining the wool from the fiber. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that washing. Okay, so whenever the washing of that wool is occurs, at that time that term is referred as scoring. Okay students, so this is all about the fill in the blanks. So you have to prepare your mind for such type of fill in the blanks. So in your question, in your exams also, the pattern for this also the same. The fill in the blanks are there, or any type of objectives are there, match the pairs are there, true or false are there, short answer, very short answers are there. This I will again explain you at the last slide. So we will further proceed to the next slide. Match the pair. See students, here in the left hand side there are certain breed of sheep and certain synthetic fibers. So you have to pair towards the right hand side. See, Lohi, Nali, Patanwadi, Bhakarwal and artificial silk. So what does the pair match for the Lohi? See students towards the right hand side and tell me the answer for Lohi. See students, the answer for Lohi is Lohi gives the good quality wool. That is the C option. Lohi gives good quality wool, while Nali is a carpet wool. Okay, see over here where is the answer? D. So for the question number 2, the answer is D, carpet wool. Now the third one is Pattanwadi. What is the answer for Pattanwadi? For hosiery. Pattanwadi type of breed is used for the hosiery. The answer for third is B. Now fourth, Bhakarwal. What is this Bhakarwal? Bhakarwal, it is for the woolen shawl. Where does this used? For woolen shawls. So the answer for this question is E. Next one is the artificial silk. What is the artificial silk? See over here in the right hand side. What is the artificial silk? Rayon. Okay, rayon is a artificial silk. Why it is artificial silk? Because it is made by the man. That is, it is a synthetic man-made fiber. It is not prepared by itself in naturally, or it is not prepared naturally. Okay students, the next one is 6, Marwari. So Marwari is a coarse wool. So these are the type of wool which we get from the sheep, and left hand side these are the certain breeds of sheep. So these are the match the pairs or match the column. Okay students, now the next question, multiple choice questions. These type of questions are also maybe asked in your exams. So you have to prepare your mind for this type of questions also. Okay. So students, the first question is, silkworms secrete fiber made of. Again, the silkworm secrete fiber. Which kind of fiber is secreted by the silkworm, and how it is made up of? From what it is made up of? The options are A, fat, B, cellulose, C, protein and D, nylon. So the answer for question number 1 is proteins. Okay students, how it is? See, the silkworm secrete the fiber which is made up of proteins. Okay, so silkworms most of the time secretes fibers which are itself made up of proteins. So the answer for question number 1 is C option, protein. Next question, which of the following makes silk fibers? See over here, which of the following makes silk fibers? Larva, adult silk moth, pupa and none of the above. So which of the following makes silk fibers students? Again think over here, think hardly students. From which we get the silk fibers? The answer for this is larva, option A. So larva makes the silk fiber. See students over here the answer, larva. So larva makes the silk fibers. Now next question is, the most common variety of silk is? The most common variety of silk is Tussar silk, Kota silk, Mulberry silk and Muga silk. So the answer for this question is option number C, Mulberry silk. Okay, so the most common variety of silk is mulberry silk. Okay students, got it? Now the next multiple choice questions. Pattanwadi is an Indian breed of sheep found in. Where this Indian breed of sheep found? See students, option A Gujarat, B Rajasthan, C Haryana and D Punjab. So where this Pattanwadi breed of sheep found? So it is found in the Gujarat. It is found in the Gujarat. So Pattanwadi is an breed of sheep found in Gujarat. So the option number A, Gujarat, is the answer for this question. Next. Sorter's disease is caused by. Sorter's disease is caused by. The options for this are bacteria, B fungus, C virus and D protozoa. Okay, so these are all the types of microorganisms. So from what or which cause the Sorter's disease? So students, here the answer for this question is A, option number A, that is bacteria. Okay, so the Sorter disease is caused by bacteria. See over here the answer E, bacteria. Now the next question. Next question is, silk production involves the cultivation of. Silk production involves the cultivation of. So students, silk production involves, so in production of silk, what is the cultivation of? Yes, option A blackberry trees, B mulberry trees, C gooseberry trees and D strawberry trees. On what trees the silkworm production is involved for cultivation? Okay, or the cultivation of this, where does occur, in what trees? So on the mulberry trees. The answer for this question is mulberry trees. So again I repeat, the silk production involves the cultivation of mulberry trees. The cultivation of mulberry trees. Now next. Next, these are the very short answer type of questions. So here students, I take this type of questions because we also get an idea how we have to write the answer for each type of question. Okay students, so you will get idea. Now let's start these very short answer type questions. The first question is, define synthetic fiber, or it is also asked in the way that what are synthetic fibers. See students, the answer for this question is the fiber which is made by human is called synthetic fiber. The fiber which are not naturally present, they are made by the human, is called synthetic fiber. Next question, question number 2, define polymer, or what is a polymer. So what is this polymer? A chain of particular chemical substance is called polymer, or it is the repeating units of monomer which we have seen in the previous session. Okay, so it is the repeating units of monomers. Whenever many monomers join together, there forms polymers. Poly means many and mono means single. So whenever these single unit come together, they form one large unit, that is known as polymer. So the answer for is a chain of particular chemical substance is called polymer. Now the next question, question number 3. What is the component of polyester? See students, in polyester, what component is there? So the answer for this is ester. The answer for this is ester. See over here, poly means many and ester. Many esters are there. So the answer for this question is ester. Now the next question, question number 4. What is the full form of PET? This we have seen in the previous session also students. So what is the full form of PET? Polyethylene terephthalate. Again I repeat, polyethylene terephthalate. It is the full form of PET. PET. Okay. Next one. What is the full form of PVC? What is the full form of PVC? The answer for this question is polyvinyl chloride. Okay. So the PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride. Next question. Which synthetic fiber is also known as poor? Which synthetic fiber is also known as poor man's silk? Which synthetic fiber is also known as poor man's silk? The answer for this is rayon. Okay, the answer for this question is rayon. Now the next question, which synthetic fiber is also known as artificial wool? Okay students, here I repeat, which synthetic fiber is also known as artificial wool? So the answer for this is acrylic. So acrylic, it is the synthetic fiber which is also known as artificial wool. Okay, acrylic is a artificial wool. Means it is also known as artificial wool. Now define thermoplastic. What are thermoplastic? Again here I revise in this session. A plastic which can be easily bent and reshaped and easily melt on heating, that is known as thermoplastic. Okay. This type of plastic is known as thermoplastic. Now the next question, question number 9. Define thermosetting plastic. So what are thermosetting plastic? The plastic which cannot be bent or reshaped is called thermosetting plastic. The plastic which cannot be bent or reshaped is called thermosetting plastic. Okay students, what is thermosetting plastic? The plastic on which the plastic on heating does not get remolded and cannot be bent or reshaped. This type of plastic is known as thermosetting plastic. Okay students, all of you get this all the 9 questions. Shall we proceed for the further slides? Now the next question. What do you understand by biodegradable material? What do you understand by biodegradable material? See students, here the word biodegradable. Bio means living, degradable means to degrade, okay, to destroy. So the biodegradable material means what? The answer for this is a material which can be decomposed by microbes is called biodegradable material. So the material which is decomposed by certain microorganisms like bacteria, viruses. So these type of materials which degrade by the microorganisms are called biodegradable. Means they can degrade with the help of living organisms. That's why they are known as biodegradable material. Next question. What do you understand by non-biodegradable material? Question number 11. What do you understand by non-biodegradable material? So what are non-biodegradable materials? A material which cannot be decomposed by microbes. Okay, so the materials which cannot be decomposed by certain microorganisms or cannot be destroyed by the microorganisms, such kind of materials are known as non-biodegradable materials. Okay students, got it? Next, these are the short questions. Here we have seen very short question answers in the previous slides. Now here we start with the short answer questions. Okay. The first question in that is, name any two blended fibers. Name any two blended fibers. So what are blended fibers? Blended fibers means these are the combined fibers, mixture of fibers. How? The answer is C over here, blended fibers. Terry-cot means two words are there, terry and cot. Terry means it is made up of terylene and cot means cotton. So the fiber which is mixedly made up of terylene plus cotton, that fiber is known as terry-cot. Okay. You have also seen that there are certain dresses or the dress materials which are from the terry-cot type of fibers. So these type of dresses are mixed with the terylene type of fibers and cotton. So these are mixed. The next one is terry-cot means, sorry students, the next one is fairy wool. That means this is the terylene plus wood. The question number 2 is, see students, the answer for the question number 1 second is, it is by mistakenly written over here. So please don't consider this answer. Now the next question is question number 2. Why is rayon called a regenerated fiber? Okay students, rayon, it is the fiber which is also called as a regenerated fiber. So why it is called as regenerated fiber? The answer for this question is, rayon is called regenerated fibers because the original raw material cellulose is broken down and then reformed. Okay. Here for the preparation of rayon, there is original raw material. See students, original raw material cellulose is broken down and then again reformed. Cellulose is broken down and again reformed. That's why, because of it is reformed, that this type of fiber, that is rayon, is called regenerated fiber. The next question, question number 3. Why is nylon considered to be a good material for making fishing nets? Okay, again I repeat. Why is nylon considered to be a good material for making fishing nets? So for making the fishing nets, nylon is considered a good material. Why it is considered good materials? You have also seen that there are certain fishing nets which are made from the nylon fibers. Okay, so why they are considered to be a good material for making this kind of nets? The answer for this is, being a strong and lightweight material, it is used for making fishing net, because this nylon has a property that is a strong and lightweight. So it is a lightweight material as well as strong. That's why nylon is considered to be a good material for making the fishing nets. Next question. Why electric plugs and switches are made of plastic? Why electric plugs? See over here students, and see in your, at your home also, the electric plugs and switches are made up of plastics. So why they are made up of plastics? What is the property of that plastic used over there? See students, the answer for this question is, plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity. So electric plug and switches are made up of plastic. Okay students, the answer for this question is because plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity. Poor conductor means they cannot conduct or they cannot pass heat or electricity from them. Okay, so from plastic electricity cannot pass and from plastic the heat cannot conduct. That's why the electric plugs and the switches are made up of plastic. Next question. Why are plastic bottles commonly used to store chemicals in chemistry laboratory? See students, in the chemistry laboratory or in certain medical, you have also seen that certain plastic bottles which are really used or commonly used to store certain chemicals. So why plastic is used over there? Why glass not? So the answer for this question is, here there are certain properties of plastic. That means plastic have no reaction with water and air. Plastic cannot react with any kind of water which is present in the lab or any kind of air around them. Also, this is the most important property of plastic. Next one, they are non-reactive. As they are not react, so in chemical lab they cannot react with any kind of chemicals and do not corrode easily. So just like iron, they cannot corrode easily. So that's why they are feasible for to store the chemicals in the chemistry laboratory. Okay students, so this is all about the first 5 questions. Okay, next question is, what can be used as a substitute for wool and why? If you want to use, suppose we don't have the wool, okay, but we really need the material which is look like the wool. So what is the substitute for the wool and why? See students, answer for this question is acrylic. Answer for this question is acrylic. Acrylic can be used as a substitute for wool. Instead of wool, we can also use acrylic. Why? See students, answer over here. Because it is lightweight. Just like wool, acrylic, it is a lightweight, soft and warm synthetic fiber which is wrinkle resistant. Okay. So just like wool, acrylic also possesses the properties which are same as that of wool. So we can also use acrylic instead of wool. So what are those properties? Acrylic fiber has the property like wrinkle resistant. These are cheaper than the wool and also resistant to moths and chemicals. So due to these properties, the acrylic is used as a substitute for wool. The next one question is, distinguish between natural and synthetic fibers. See students, what are natural fibers? Natural fibers come from plants and animals such as cotton, jute. Cotton, jute, these are the natural fibers which we get from the plants and animals. Just like cotton we get from the plant. Okay students, so it is naturally occur. We cannot process over there, we cannot use certain chemicals and chemically cannot prepare them. They prepare naturally, that's why they are known as natural fibers. So we get cotton from the plants, so it is the one of the type of natural fiber. Next one is the jute, which is also get from the animals. So the main basic difference is natural fibers come from plants and animals such as cotton, jute, etc. while the synthetic fibers are made from chemicals which come from wood. Okay, what are synthetic fibers? Synthetic fibers are not prepared by or they cannot get by naturally to us. So they are made from certain chemical by using certain chemicals, so which come from wood, coal and petroleum. such as rayon and nylon. Okay students, so nylon, rayon, these all we get from the wood, coal and petroleum. So by using certain chemicals we get this kind of synthetic fiber. So this is the basic difference between natural and synthetic fiber. Okay students, all of you got this question? The next question, question number 8. Why nylon is used for making socks? Okay, why nylon is used for making socks? So what are the properties of nylon that are really used for making the socks? The answer for this is nylon fibers show good frictional resistance. Whenever we wear the socks which are made from the nylon, so they are really helpful for against the frictional resistance. Okay, it is elastic in nature. The property of main nylon is elastic in nature and highly durable. It is more durable, so it is used in making socks. Okay students, why it is used for making the socks? Because it shows the good frictional resistance, it is elastic in nature while it is highly durable. So it is used for making the socks. Next question, question number 9. Why people prefer wearing cotton clothes over synthetic during summer? Why people prefer wearing cotton clothes over synthetic during summer? All of you know that in summer we also wear the cotton type of clothes instead of synthetic. Why this is so? The answer for this is the synthetic fibers cannot absorb moisture. Okay students, this is the first reason. When we use the synthetic fibers, they cannot absorb the moisture and this makes them unsuitable to be worn during the summer whenever our body sweats. Okay, whenever our body sweats and we wear the synthetic fiber, so they cannot absorb moisture. So we really feel unsuitable. That's why in case of summer, during summer, the synthetic fibers cannot be absorb moisture. That's why they are not used. We prefer wearing of cotton cloths. Okay. The next question is, why polyester cloths should be avoided in the kitchen? In kitchen, why the polyester cloths should be avoided? Because the main property for the polyester is they are highly inflammable. They are highly flammable. They are highly flammable means they easily catch fire. Okay students, so they should be avoided in the kitchen. Okay, this is all about these short answer questions. Now here further going to next questions which are just like MCQ types or certain question answers type. Okay, these are the mix up questions. Now the first one question is over here. Explain why some fibers are called synthetic. There are synthetic fibers. So why these type of fibers are called as synthetic fibers? The answer for this is some fibers are made in factories or they are made by the chemically process and hence they are called as synthetic fibers. The next question is, rayon is different from synthetic fibers because rayon itself, it is the synthetic fiber, but it has certain properties which differ it from that synthetic fiber. This property is, see over here, these are the options. Option A, it has a silk-like appearance. B, it is obtained from wood pulp. C, its fiber can also be woven like those of natural fibers. So the answer for this is option number B. It is obtained from wood pulp. Okay students, so rayon is obtained from wood pulp. That's why it is different from any kind of synthetic fibers. The next question is, fill in the blanks with appropriate words. Okay, the first one is, synthetic fiber are also called dash 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 or dash dash fibers. So the synthetic fibers are also called man-made or artificial fibers. So the answer for this A is man-made or the artificial fiber. The B question is synthetic fibers are synthesized from raw material called dash dash dash. Okay students, in the previous session we have also seen that the synthetic fibers are synthesized from the petrochemicals. Okay, from the petrochemicals. So these are the raw materials for making the synthetic fibers. So the answer for this question B, that is synthetic fibers are synthesized from raw material called petrochemicals. Okay, so the answer for this is petrochemicals. See, like synthetic fibers, plastic is also a dash dash dash. Like synthetic fibers, plastic is also a polymer. Okay, so these all are synthetic fibers as well as plastic. These are polymers because they are made from the repeating units of monomers. That's why they are known as polymer. Next question. Give examples which indicate that nylon fibers are very strong. Here we have to give certain examples from that, or the examples which indicate that the nylon fibers are very strong. So the answer for this is nylon is used for making the ropes. Okay students, you have also seen at your home certain ropes which are made from the nylon, which has certain shiny in nature. Okay, they are strong. So what are these properties? See over here, nylon is used in making ropes which are used for heavy duty purposes like mountaineering and in parachutes. So for making the parachute, nylon is used because it has a property strong. This usage shows that nylon fibers are really very strong. It has a property very strong, but how this property is useful? So it is used for making the ropes which are used for heavy duty purposes like mountaineering and also in parachutes. Okay. The next question is question number 5. Explain why plastic containers are favored for storing food. Explain why plastic containers are favored for storing foods. Okay students, so here the answer for this is plastic. Okay, first question, see over here, why plastic containers are favored for storing foods instead of other type of containers. Why we used over here only the plastic, or why we prefer the plastic? Because plastic is first of all non-reactive. It cannot react with any kind of water, air or any kind of chemicals. Also it is not non-corroding material. Okay students, plastic, it is non-corroding material. Whenever it is in contact with air, it does not corrode itself. So this is the main basic property for the plastic, is non-reactive as well as non-corroding material. The second one is plastic containers do not change the flavor or the quality of food. Whenever we store the food inside the plastic containers, they cannot change the flavor as well as the quality of food. That's why we prefer to use this kind of plastics for storing the food. And the last one is they are light weighted and easy handling is possible with them. Due to this, plastic containers are favored for storing food. Okay, these are lightweight and they can be easily handled. That's why we used over here this plastics container for the storing food. The next question is, explain the difference between thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. See students, the basics difference. First, we have already seen that what is thermoplastic? The plastic which can bend easily and remolded easily on heating, that kind of plastics are known as thermoplastic, while the plastic which cannot bend or remolded on heating, they are known as thermosetting plastic. Okay, so here see the what is basic difference over here. First, in the thermoplastic, see the shape of thermoplastic can be easily changed by heating again. Okay students, if the shape in the shape of plastic is changed and we heat again, then at that time the shape of thermoplastic can be easily changed. But in case of thermosetting, the shape of thermosetting plastic cannot be altered once it has been molded into a particular shape. If the plastic has a particular shape and we try to make its shape in other shape, okay, we try to it mold, it cannot mold in a particular shape. These kind of plastics are thermosetting plastic. Next one is thermoplastic is used in making toys, combs and containers. See the combs which are present at your home, certain toys and certain containers are made from the plastic. They can be easily made or remolded on heating, but in case of thermosetting plastic, these are used for making those items which need to withstand high temperature. Means the thermosetting plastics are used for making certain types of containers which are used for the high temperature use, such as handles of cooking utensils. Suppose we have a pressure cooker, so the handle of that cooker is made from the thermosetting plastic. Okay, so the handle of that cooker is made from the thermosetting plastic. So on very much heating or at high temperature, that plastic cannot be melt. Okay, that's why we use in the pressure cooker thermosetting type of plastic. Okay students, got you what are the difference between thermosetting plastic and the thermoplastic? So student, this is all about the short answer question. Till now what we have seen the fill in the blanks, certain MCQs, match the pairs, very short answers and short answers. Okay, now we further proceed to the long answer type questions. Okay, so these are the long answer type questions. See over here, first question, what are blended fibers? Just we have seen the example for this terracotta, terylene. Okay students, so what are blended fibers and are they better than the synthetic fibers? Also explain with an example. This is our question. Okay, again students, I repeat, what is question? First, what are blended fibers? Are they better than synthetic fiber? And explain with an example. So the answer for first question, what are blended fiber, is blended fibers are the fibers created by combining two different fibers. Okay, there are two different fibers. Suppose there is polycot, so polyester and cotton, these two combined they can form the polycot. So these blended fibers are the fibers which are created by combining two different fibers so that they have the advantages of both, so that the fiber which we obtained after mixing these two, we get the advantages of both, or we get the properties of both kind of fibers. Okay, generally a synthetic fiber is added to the natural fiber. Okay, so synthetic fibers are added to natural fibers. Means what kind of combination is over there? Natural fiber, one is natural fiber, another is the synthetic fibers. So natural fiber and synthetic fibers combined together, they can form the blended fibers. So students, here is the example, cotton blended with polyester. Whenever cotton is mixed or the blended with polyester, so what will happen? Polycot is formed. Okay, so the polycot type of dresses also you have seen. So will give the comfort of cotton along with polyester. So it will give the comfort of cotton along with the wrinkle resistant of polyester. So these two properties are combinedly shown by single fiber. Okay, so they are better than the synthetic fibers. If we combine these two, so they are better than the synthetic fibers, and these are highly durable and last longer. So they can last longer and they can they can be highly durable. Okay students, so this is the answer for question number 1 for the long answer type questions. Now the next question, that is question number 2. Why are plastics preferred these days? Explain giving examples. Why we mainly prefer use of plastics and why, what are the examples? See students over here, plastics are strong. See over here, plastics are strong, lightweight. Electrical insulators means they cannot, these are the bad conductor of heat and electricity, and resistant to chemicals. They also gives resistant to chemicals means they are non-reactive, they cannot react with the any type of chemicals, and they are generally cheaper than the metals. They are not very really costly, so they are cheaper than metals. So these of the certain property of plastic makes them highly versatile materials for making the numerous household and industrial goods. Okay, so at your home also there are certain things which are made from the plastics. Why? Because plastic possesses this kind of the properties. Okay students, the example for this is polythene. So polythene is a thermoplastic which is used widely as packaging material for liquids. So here for the packaging materials, plastics are used which are the thermoplastic type of plastic, and polystyrene. Polystyrene is used for making the electronic items. So for making the electronic items, polystyrene type of plastic is used. Question number 3. Write 3 uses of plastic where the plastic is used. Okay. See the first use is polyethylene terephthalate, that is PET. PET. Polyethylene terephthalate is used for making the containers that can be used in microwave. See students, there are certain containers which are specifically used in the microwaves. So these type of containers are made from the PET type of plastic. Okay, these are made from the PET type of plastic, and the containers which are made from PET are used in the ovens, microwaves, and the bottles for packing mineral waters and medicines, where PET is used also for making the mineral waters. Mineral waters are made from the polyethylene terephthalate, that is PET, and certain medicines are also made from this kind of plastic. The second use of plastic is polyvinyl chloride, PVC. It is used for making the plumbing pipes. There are certain pipes. So these pipes or the plumbing pipes are made from the polyvinyl chloride and concealing certain electrical lining and furniture. So some of the polyvinyl chlorides are used for electrical linings, and also certain furnitures are made from the plastic. That type of plastic is polyvinyl chloride. Okay students. Now the next question, see over here. Explain why the following are made up of thermosetting plastic. See students, these two are a saucepan handles. The saucepans are there. The handles for the saucepan, why made up from the thermosetting plastic, and electric plug, switches, plug boards, they are also made from the plastic, that is thermosetting plastic. So why they are used from the thermosetting plastic? See over here student. Saucepan handles. Saucepan handles have to withstand high temperature during cooking. During cooking, they have to withstand high temperature. So the thermosetting plastic is ideal for that purpose, and they are bad conductor of heat. As the thermosetting plastics are bad conductor of heat, they are used for a very much high temperature instruments during the cooking, such as saucepan handles. The next one is electric plugs, switches, plug boards. See students, electric plugs or switches or plug boards are needed to be durable and should withstand continuous use over many years. So for that purpose, in case of some heating during electric current, they should not melt. Okay students, so these are the needs. So hence these devices are made from the thermosetting plastic, and also they are bad conductor of heat and electricity. That's why they are mainly used for making the electric plugs, switches as well as the plug boards. Next one is the question number 8. Categorize the materials of the following products into can be recycled and cannot be recycled. So here are certain materials. So we have to categorize them. What are the materials can be recycled and what kind of materials cannot be recycled. See over here, the can be recycled materials are plastic toys, carry bags, ballpoint pens, they can be recycled, plastic bowls, plastic covering on electrical wires, plastic chairs. These all are the examples which can be recycled, examples of plastics. Now, what are the plastics which cannot be recycled? See over here, telephone instruments, this cannot be recycled, which are made from the plastic. Cooker handles, these are also cannot be recycled, while certain electrical switches, these are also cannot be recycled. Okay. The next question is, Rana wants to buy shirt for summer. Okay, here, see students, these are certain logical questions, application based questions. So you have to also answer these type of questions in exams also. So here we just make practice to you. Okay, Rana wants to buy shirts for summer. Should he buy cotton shirts or shirts made from synthetic material? Advise Rana giving your reason. So he want to buy shirt for summer. So what kind of shirt he buy? Obviously cotton type of shirt. Why? See over here answer. Cotton has better absorbent property than synthetic fibers. Obviously cotton absorbs more than the synthetic fibers. So during summer, cotton cloth can be absorb sweat, and sweat would give cooling effect to the body due to evaporation. Thus, a cotton shirt would be much more comfortable than that of the shirt which is made from the synthetic fiber. Hence, Rana should buy cotton shirt for the summer. Okay students, got it? The next question is, give examples to show that plastics are non-corrosive in nature. We have to give the examples to show that plastics are non-corrosive in nature. See students, there are certain pickles which are usually come packed in the plastic sachets, okay, or the glass bottles. So the pickles contain acids. All of you know that pickles contain acids, yet no harm is done to the plastic sachet. If they contains acid, if they contains acid, but they cannot harm or they cannot damage the plastic sachet. Again, sanitary cleaners and some acids which are used as a bathroom cleaner are also sold in the plastic. See students, there are certain Lysols, Harpics, these are also contain the acids, but this bottle itself made up of plastic. So why they are used in plastic? Because these are non-corrosive. So these are the examples which shows the non-corrosive nature of plastic. The next question is, should the handle and bristles of toothbrush be made of the same material? And explain your answer. So students, see over here the question carefully. Should the handle and bristles of a toothbrush be made of the same material? Should these two things are made from the same material? See, the handle and bristles of toothbrush should be made of different material, not the same material. Why? Because as they serve the different purpose, because they both have the different uses, they serve the different purpose. That's why For making them, different types of materials are used, not a single types. See students, materials which is used for making the toothbrush handle should be hard and flexible, as the handle has to withstand lot of stress and has to reach every corner of the mouth. Okay, but the material which is used for making the bristles should be soft, flexible yet durable, as the bristles should not damage the tooth or gum but should last longer. So this is the basic difference, and different kinds of materials should used over here. Okay students, the next one is avoid plastics as far as possible. See students, as the plastic has many advantages, as many kind of plastics are used in our homes, in other industries and in other worldwide, but there are certain disadvantages also of this plastic. So we have to avoid plastic as far as possible and comment on this advice. Why? See over here, plastic has, this is the hot type of questions or it is the thinking question. Plastic has gained popularity because of its versatile nature. Okay, it possesses lots of property, that's of it, it is popular for the purpose of use, but because of its unmatched popularity in terms of variety of uses, it has turned into curse as well. So it is unmatched popularity in terms of variety of uses, certain uses. So here are some of these disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages? We are creating too much of plastic waste around us because of more use of plastic. Plastic is one of the most important thing is plastic is non-biodegradable. It is not degraded by naturally easily, and many forms of plastic cannot be recycled. So this is the main disadvantage, which is this is creating a burden on the environment around us, and they take several years to decompose. Okay students, they take several, not several, thousands of years for the decomposition. So this is the basic disadvantages for using the plastic. Also they cannot be easily burnt, and if burnt, release poisonous gases. They cannot be easily burnt, and if suppose burns, so they also releases poisonous gases. So hence the statement avoid plastic as far as possible is a correct statement. Okay, so it is the correct statement. The next question is, manufacturing synthetic fiber is actually helping conservation of forest. See students, manufacturing of synthetic fibers, why it helps in conserving the forest? Because the forest provide many important raw material. Okay, forest provide us many important raw material from which we make various useful items. So this means we have to cut lot of trees, which means deforestation. Okay students, so many things which were earlier made from the forest produced are now being made from the synthetic fibers. The things which we made from the forest, these type of things are now being with the help of synthetic fibers. What are? See students, here example, plastic chairs have replaced wooden chairs in a big way. Okay, plastic chairs are replaced wooden chairs. In the past days, wooden chairs are there, but nowadays plastic chairs have taken their place. Wooden cartons and crates have been replaced by the plastic cartons and the crates. So the way plastic has replaced wood from many items, it is definitely minimizing the need to cut the forest. Okay students, and thus it can be said that the manufacturing synthetic fiber is actually helping the conservation of forest. So this is also the think type of question or the application based type of question, hot question. So in your exams also there are certain hot type of questions. So you have to think over there why such kind of things are happen, and you have to answer accordingly that question. So thank you students. In this way we have completed the revision of lesson number 3. Also we cover each and every topic from the lesson number 3. Here I doesn't take certain properties of nylon, rayon and their uses. These take in the form of question answer format. So you have to also prepare student for that lesson, means you have to prepare for the properties of nylon, acrylic, polyester and uses. You should know all these fibers properties as well as uses. Okay students, if you have any query regarding this topic, please feel free to ask me. You can send your queries to my mail ID. Okay students, here and I also request you to that student, whenever you solve any kind of worksheet, that solved worksheet you have to put it into your drive which is made by me. Okay students, so you please put it that solved worksheet into the Google Drive. Okay, thank you students.